I am so excited. For as long as I can remember, I have had one thing on my bucket list, and I've never thought that I would be able to do it. And what that is to get a camper van. They're so expensive. I don't know, the ones that are really cool with the shower and a bathroom and all, well over $100,000. Not something that I can really justify. Maybe one day, but not now. But I found an RV camper van, retro, that is in my price range, that I'd be able to swing and could justify spending.
So really, all there was to do was go pick the van up and drive it home.
Okay, I did it. I bought the VW 1995 VW Euro camper van. I don't know the exact term yet. I have an hour and a half to drive it back to where I live and take it to the garage. I'm hoping that I make it because there's already a little warning light flashing for the coolant. Fingers crossed that it makes it. I have a feeling that this is going to be the beginning of a lot of adventures. I am scared to death. Honestly, this has been on my bucket list forever, and I'm super excited about it. Super excited. And I can't wait. Definitely think I need to think of a name for the van. I have never named a vehicle before. Ever. But in this situation, I definitely think this van deserves a name. So, on this drive, what am I doing? It's manual. Did I mention that? I think I have my expectations realistic because it has 121,000 miles on it, which I don't think is a lot for a vehicle like this, but I'm pretty sure that there are things that are going to need to be fixed. I have no doubt that at some point in time, I'm going to be on the side of the road with some sort of issue during the course of my relationship with this van. I'm just hoping it's not today. Well, as I predicted, the good times have come to an end. Didn't expect it this soon. Kinda did, actually. That's what I was a little bit afraid of. Not home yet, but definitely something wrong with the coolant, whatever that means. But stopped for gas and it all drained out. There's a big puddle on the ground. And so I know I'm not gonna make it home. So I am sitting here and I'm waiting for a tow. That is where I'm at right now. So fingers crossed that it's not super expensive, and we shall see how the day ends on this first adventure.
Now, this really wasn't the first look I was expecting to give all of you of my new van, but I mean, look at her. Besides the obvious old age and the repairs that need to be made, she's still pretty cute and perfect size for me.
I am happy to say, made it to the mechanics safely. It's off the tow truck, and now we get to see how much this is going to cost. I'm a little nervous, but I have high hopes that it's not going to be horrible, and it still will be worth it. Today is the maiden voyage of the camper van. Got it back from the shop and it seems to be working well. Learned how to do a few things, but I'm not so sure that I know how to do everything. So, heading out for the weekend to go camping, and John is coming along with me to make sure that I know how to do everything before I go off across the country on my own. So, heading to a campground a couple hours away and going to see if I know how to set everything up and get everything running. Today, unfortunately, it's pouring rain, so it's not the best start to the adventure camping weekend, but tomorrow's supposed to be better, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'm excited. Okay, we're on the road. So far, so good. I think that as long as the van gets there and back, it'll be a success regardless of anything else that happens. I just don't want to break down on the road and have to get a tow again. John's already chilling in the background. He's in charge of the music selection, so we're on a Pretenders kick right now. I pulled over on the side of the road because I was driving and saw this amazing field full of purple flowers. It was absolutely gorgeous. And John's just rocking over here on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. Back on the road. I'm having such a great time. I can't stop smiling. I feel so great driving this. It's so much fun. It's going down the road just purring. It's running well. I feel like a big truck driver. You can't really see this steering wheel, but it's huge, and I'm sitting here driving and shifting gears and just going down the road, having a great time. So far, so good.
The adventures were already underway, and before long we pulled up to the campsite where it was time for me to figure out how to set everything up, starting with the top.
Okay, so we parked. We're here at a campsite, and I got the top up, and so now I want to give you a quick tour of everything that I've discovered in the van. So come on in here, and there's more I got to do later. Like I got to see what the awning is, the condition of the awning, and try and get that open. And then there's this little tent with a toilet. Apparently haven't even opened it, but so I got this pushed up, and there's so much room in here. It just opens it up, and then I folded this roof back and put the cushions back, and so it just opens it up so you can stand here. Now if we needed someone else to sleep up here, then of course we'd fold out here, and you'd have a very large bed up here as well. But right now I just have all the windows open, and a beautiful breeze is flowing through. It's just amazing. Okay, this is the sink. I've never turned the water on. This is first time. So the pump's on. Look, it's so cute. It's working. I don't know how you turn it off. Does it just, oh, okay. So you turn the knob on. Look at that. That is so cool. A nice light here. The stove. 2-burner, and I'm assuming, oh, I think somehow, yeah, I don't know. Somehow this is supposed to, anyway, 2-burner, have not turned that on. I do have propane. I'm a little scared, but I'll do that later. So, some plug-ins, nice size fridge, got a lot of stuff in there, a little freezer, and then some cubby holes here for stuff, and then silverware drawer, and this is, I just threw everything in here, pots, pans, paper plates, cutting board. Haven't really organized. Oh, and a mirror, that's kind of nice. And then here is a safe with a key. I gotta find the key. And then that's gonna be the pantry. I put all the food in there. Here is a big closet. And in here right now I've got some towels and for the morning coffee, pour over coffee. Because just because you're camping does not mean you can't be civilized and have some good coffee in the morning. And I found John's sunglasses. We've been looking for these all day, and apparently they fell in here. Got the bed set up. The back opens up, so the back is like a hatchback or whatever you call it, and then a bug screen. So that's, we can leave that open and have the fresh breeze just flowing through. I'm excited. We're sleeping in here the first night tonight, and I got all that up by myself, so that's a plus. We'll see how the rest goes. Oh, I guess you have to, it's child's proof. Good grief. Okay. Oh my gosh! It worked! So, just got some easy frozen meals that normally you'd microwave, but no microwave, and I think it's gonna work perfectly in a saucepan. So we're gonna see. I am not a cook. I don't ever cook. Not in the slightest. I microwave. So I think if we just pop that in to the pan. Maybe it's too hot, too high. What could go wrong? Go ahead, tell me what it tastes like. Tell me if it's good.
You're such a good cook.
Is it warm?
Definitely. It works.
I think that's the first meal I've cooked in years, probably a decade, that didn't involve a microwave.
Correct.
Good morning. So I wanted to give an update on my first night sleeping in my van, and it's not all rainbows and butterflies. I can tell you that. It's more mosquitoes. The bed isn't bad. I think I'm fine on the bed, and it's not that it's pretty comfortable. I think I could do a little bit more to make it a little bit more comfortable, but I left the door open earlier in the evening, and there was about 4 or 5 mosquitoes in here, and they buzzed around my ear all night. And I'm a light sleeper, or I don't know, maybe other people have that problem, but when something's buzzing, I couldn't sleep, and I'm swatting them in the night and getting frustrated. I think maybe I got 3 hours of sleep. I'm not sure, but lesson learned. I need to make sure I have the doors closed. Coffee was great. There's a few things I need to organize a lot better. I think the more organized, the more easy everything is. This morning, I'm going to check out the awning, see if that's workable, if I can do it, how to do it, things like that. Checking out the shower toilet thing, and then continue on around North Dakota exploring different unique things that I have never seen before, even after living here for quite a while. Don't know exactly what, but we have a plan on a couple of kind of bizarre things. That's the plan for today, as soon as I finish my coffee. Okay, we figured out, not completely, still got a few zippers and attachments to figure out, but how to attach the outdoor living space to the side of the van. And it was surprisingly easy once we figured out the German ingenuity of the whole thing. And again, I am loving the solar panel because it's charging everything. So it's possible to go totally off grid. I'm pretty pleased so far.
After figuring out the outdoor living space, putting down the top, which was difficult, turning off the gas, and stowing everything away, it was time to head to our first stop at the International Peace Gardens, about a half an hour away.
I am not sure what this is, but we're gonna go and find out. An extremely impressive building in the middle of the garden. The conservatory. Push, not pull. Oh my gosh, it's hot. This can be a prickly place. It's all cacti, or stuff like cacti.
The actual temperature is 100. The Peace Gardens were so beautiful, with all the interesting flowers, the conservatory, and stunning landscapes. That peaceful atmosphere was definitely a contrast to the stress of crossing the U.S. border. It says that we are open, must report for inspection, even though we're leaving. All right, where do I go? Where do we go? Commercial passenger. If I do something wrong here in the border. Oh man, are you serious? Really? Luckily, we got through with no problems, despite my new rig that had license plates that did not match my personal information. Here you can see the border between America and Canada. This path is maintained by what is called the U.S. and Canadian Commissioners, and they are charged with maintaining at all times an effective boundary between the Dominion of Canada and the United States, so that they can determine the boundary line at any point in time, and they update any maps and whatnot. They also have to keep the path at least 20 feet across or 20 feet wide, and it goes through forests across the entire country. Well, it goes 5,525 miles. Crazy. 20 feet wide, 5,525 miles long.
Okay, for our next stop, we are looking for the abandoned sanatorium. Sanatorium. I think you see it. There's some big building. I'm just gonna get a little bit closer, but I'm leaving the vehicle running in case someone comes. A little bit tempting to head in there and go through the rooms. Be a little bit spooky.
Long abandoned and shrouded in controversy, San Haven's dark legacy lingers in every decaying hallway. Visitors still report flickering shadows, ghostly footsteps, and the laughter of a child who was never found.
Oh my gosh, so just drove by it, and there's a house that's right here. I'm not going to show it because it's a private house, but I would not want to live right next door to this.
And now for the last stop on this trip, a somewhat of a quirky spot, the geographical center of North America.
I have to admit, there are some times where I think I am the center of the universe, in my mind, of course. Then there's other times where I'm actually, literally, in the center of North America. Welcome to Rugby. Next stop, Bismarck, and back home.
And just like that, my first trip with my new van had come to an end.
8:30 p.m. and made it to home sweet home. I need a shower. I am so tired, but had a blast. Love driving this. Just going down the road. Doesn't have a lot of power and maxes out at about 75. Takes a while to get there, but cruises nicely once it gets there. Again, need to probably do something, maybe do a little bit more mattress. That wasn't the most comfortable, but I'm overall super happy. Really glad that I got it and had a wonderful time out on the first adventure. Super grateful for John for putting up with me and going with me and teaching me everything and showing me how to do things. So thank you for that, John, St. John, as I like to call him. So yeah, I am sweaty and tired, but super happy and ready for the next adventure.
Like and subscribe to follow other epic adventures and sacred journeys.